Okay, so about 3/4 of the way through this senseless, silly, suicidal, stupid session at Caesar's, um, this guy switched tables, and the last few minutes were not terrible, doable by a common sense money management method. But Cody, in this session, and in fact, I'm inclined to assume in most other sessions that he puts up, shows no interest in money management. All he's looking for is a winning streak, but he doesn't look very hard because he doesn't turn his back on a losing streak. There is no doubt that every time you walk away from a shit show, and this was a shit show from early on, as you will see in the attached Excel analysis. But when you walk away from something that is too stressful or too difficult, too expensive, too difficult, any reason at all, there is no guarantee that you're going to be jumping from the frying pan into a safe place. You may be jumping into the fire, but at least you get a break, and you make some effort to protect yourself against the kind of crap that came out of these shoes in Cody's direction. And yes, I completely accept it's his money. He can do whatever he wants. YouTube is happy for him to put up this stuff and generate lots of clicks. YouTube gets, I think, about 30% of the advertising revenue. Cody gets the rest. There is no way that anybody's revenue from this particular session, which is less than half an hour, as I recall, is enough to cover this 1.5 million loss. But it's sessions like this that make any normal person suspicious. You start thinking, nobody could be this stupid. Nobody could be this suicidal. Nobody could be so disrespectful of money that they would do this with real money. Now, they may well argue that yes, this is real money and it was lost and blah blah blah. I have no idea. I don't really care. I do know that every one of these professional losers on YouTube, whether it's the Jack of Farts, what's his face, Steve DeLeonardis, whether it's Dana White, whether it's Vegas Matt or Bobby Bluffin Bob Bretsky, all these guys, they play like prats because they can afford to. You and I can't afford to. Okay, this kind of behavior, don't even think about it. It's just, he's betting flat most of the way. He's betting extra bets. He's splitting out into, he lost an extra 200,000 or so just on his double up bets, his multi bets, his two hands, his second hands, whatever. It's yeah, I'm struggling to describe this. I don't know how to respond to it, and I don't know whether to thank my friend who sent me the link to this and just said, "You won't believe this," and he's right. Boy, oh boy, this guy. Just I do mention this in the Excel summary, but just consider 1.5 million is 18 years worth of salary for somebody lucky enough to earn what is said to be the median income in the United States, 84,000 a year. I don't know how many people earn 84,000 a year. I've got kids in America, grandkids too, love them all to bits. A couple of them, I think, are above the median, but I don't know. The grandkids in particular won't get there for a while. But 84,000 a year, so 1.5 million. That's 18 years of bloody hard sweat and tears for a normal person. And please, nobody can possibly argue that Cody Burnett is a normal person. He may be putting on an act. He may be the sweetest, nicest, most reasonable, sensible guy off camera, but he's crazy.
Oh, he's the fool. I'm no fool. I never anyone will tell you that I'm sharper than a knife, but I've never seen anything like it in my life. Push me, Cody, what is it? But I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Yeah, I couldn't resist pulling up that little song from Dr. Dolittle, because I got to tell you, when a friend of mine sent me a link to Crazy Cody's latest abomination, because he thought that I would be amazed and amused and horrified, and he's right in all respects. I just don't know how to describe this sort of behaviour. As the song says, I've never seen anything like it in my life, and I hope I never see it again. I have actually, for a long time, avoided watching any of Cody's videos, streams, whatever, for any length of time, because the guy just, he is the worst possible representation of gambling that anybody can imagine. I mean, he's even worse than the Jack of Farts, Steve Will Do It, who is an embarrassment, so much so that he was actually banned from YouTube. YouTube doesn't see fit to ban Crazy Cody Burnett is his real name. He's Canadian. He's based in Toronto, I believe. But this session is completely beyond belief. His nickname, the name I gave him, was Crazy Cody Burn Money, because of the way that he plays. Plays is not the word, of course. I keep reminding myself it's bets, bets, bets. Betting is everything. Playing has fuck all to do with it. It's all about betting. And this guy is mad, and he shouldn't be Crazy Cody Burn. He must be Crazy Cody Hates Money, because he just I mean, look at this. I mean, it's and the edge against him was 36.7%, which is absolutely outrageous. That is, sort of well over 40 times expectation for blackjack, and he managed to make it even worse. He took it to minus 41.3%, and it's just, why would anybody play like this? He's flat betting mostly, and the extraordinary thing is, I tracked his bets very carefully as best I could, because he doesn't announce them most of the time. He does weird shit like there's a $25 chip underneath his 25,000. I have no idea what that's about. Something to do with his buddy sitting to his left, I guess, because he seems to get all the winning quarters, as they call them. But I still only managed to get him to a total loss of, what was it? Let's have a look down the bottom here. A total loss of 1,075,000. His tally was 1.5 million up shit creek. I don't know how he got to that. I have been through the bets again, and I can't find any mistakes in my notes. So, I'm just going to leave it. I mean, what's the difference between 1.1 million, as that nearly is, and 1.5? I mean, it's kind of like it's all ridiculously, stupidly stupid, But this is a guy who people are flocking to, watching him, cooing and sort of, I don't know, rooting for him and the whole bit. And to me, he is the worst of a pretty shitty lot of professional losers on YouTube. But anyway, how did pattern betting do? Very, very badly. The only way that pattern betting could beat this lot is to raise the limit to close to 700,000. And the reason that I'm leaving that the way it is that anybody who's been with me for any length of time, not necessarily for all the years that I've been, it's nearly 30 years that I've been posting on the internet, and it's 15 plus since I first started on the blog, the target betting blog. But anybody who knows me and knows the strategy knows perfectly well that this would not stand. This would not happen. The rule, basically, the gag rule, says that if your bet is, your full size bet is 4 figures or higher, and you are 5 or more bets behind, then you just get out of there. You run away. And so that would happen at, let's see, we're -4, we're -3 there, -2, -3, -4, minus. So here is where we'd be out at this 6,000 loss here. But I've let it run just to show you that, I am trying to play fair with all of these things. If I set this back to a sensible max, which is somewhere around 1,000 to 2,000, it just all falls apart. I go to shit in much the same way that he did. But I wouldn't do this. I just wouldn't. It's just, I'm sorry, guys. But for all of you out there who are faithfully following me, and there must be, at least a couple of dozen of you, this is incredible stupidity. And now he's saying that he is 1.5 million in the hole, betting flat, betting stupidly, but being bizarrely calm throughout it all, sort of like, now it's over 1 million. He doesn't do anything to protect himself. He doesn't reduce his bets. I'm struggling. I really am. It's a huge struggle. I'm going to put this back because I don't like the look of that. What was it? 27,500 I had to set it on. But let me just repeat, there is absolutely no way that this would happen. At the end of the day, when turnaround came, we were -11 behind. Here, -14. None of this could happen. This is just, oh dear. Anyway, the guy's mad, and Crazy Cody just doesn't do him justice. He is completely out of his head. And if anybody is using this fella as a role model, well, then they deserve to lose their millions. And let's put it in context. 1.5 million, okay? The median income in America, because most of my audience seems to be in the United States, all 2 or 3 of them. So the median income in the United States is a little shy of 85,000. What he just blew, according to his count, at blackjack, is 18 years' pay for somebody on 84,000 a year. Unbelievable, and so damn stupid. Go and check it out. It is. There's the link up there, and I'll put it on the, in the comments, but not in the comments, in the description. But this is rank stupidity. And here's something that maybe there's somebody really smart. So certainly there are plenty of people out there who are smarter than I am. So let's hope that somebody really smart can explain to me, what is the appeal of this kind of misbehavior? How is it helpful to the casinos? This must put off anybody watching it. They think, I'm not playing that stupid game. That's ridiculous. Where the house advantage gets to 36.7%, like I say, that's 40 times what expectation is for the game. Negative expectation for blackjack is somewhere between -0.5 of 1% and -7. And that is if you play properly. This guy, every so often, he just decides, oh, fuck it, I'm not going to stick with the basic strategy. I'm going to do blah, blah, blah. What did he do? At 24.25, he split tens, okay? At 11:45, 11 minutes and 45 seconds, he didn't split his eights against a queen. Well, I kind of sympathise with that, actually. Let's see, 21 minutes and 11 seconds, he stood on 16 versus 7. The dealer drew a 4, which would have given him 20. The next card was a 3, which would have given the dealer 19. And that means that he would have won the hand. You know, you just... all I can ever... I mean, I'm never going to watch this guy again, that's for sure. And I'm never going to track him again because he is just not... He's not normal, you know? But to the likes of Dana White and the Jack of Farts, you know, this is standard behaviour. It's fine with them. But to normal human beings, I can't see anybody applauding this sort of crap. It's scary shit. It really is. Anyway, yes, pattern betting would have been defeated by this, and I make no apology for that because anybody who knows the strategy knows the don't bend over, the DBO rule, which is, you know, when you're getting the bloody shit kicked out of you, get out. And also the gag rule, the get up and go, which is basically the same thing. But that is specific. That is specific to say, if your next full size, full amount bet is in 4 figures and your 5 or more bets behind the house, quit, get out. That's not to say that you give up and go back to the start. No, it isn't. Anybody who knows the strategy knows that. The rule is you take your down, which is the amount of your hole, the size of your hole, and your out, which is the full value of the next bet, okay? You take that with you to another location, and it may be another game, another casino, another town, another county, another state, doesn't matter, you know, but you get out when things go as shitty as this. And it's not that I'm guaranteeing anything. I'm not saying to people, you will automatically fall into a better place if you get up and go, if you don't bend over, if you run away. No, it's a 50-50 possibility that you're going to get into equal or worse trouble. But you just keep moving until things get better. And they do. And you only have to look at what happened with pattern betting here. You know, I mean, this was it. It was horrible. And then after that, relatively okay. I mean, you know, some nasty bits, but this is another one where we would have got up and run away. We'd have run away about here, I think, because I don't like to run in the first 5 bets because that's a bit sort of simplistic. So I would wait for a win and see what happened. So we had a full-size bet there because, you know, we were dropping for a bit. You know, we dropped the value of the bet. This is the algorithm doing all the work. I don't change anything. I just leave it alone, you know. But we dropped here. This was where we had a full-size bet, which we lost. And at that point, we were more than 5 down. So we'd be out here, you know, gone. And you know, the rest of it was straightforward. Horrible, but doable. But Jesus, that guy is seriously brain damaged. I don't know why people would watch this sort of nonsense. It is beyond me. Anyway, I'm gone.